A Day in the Life of a Demon, Day 5. We just finished watching 2 more sessions of General Conference, and now it's over. And it was really wonderful. But, man, it had me crying at the end. So the Tabernacle Choir sang My Heavenly Father Loves Me. And I sang that song right after my mom passed away. And then the grandkids sang it at her funeral. So, of course, that got me going. There's a bee on me. There's my friend Anne-Marie. Also, President Oaks talked about losing his dad when he was a child and how it was his grandfather who broke the news to him, and his father was in another state. To see how he's affected by it, even now in his 90s, was so heart-wrenching.
I'll never forget the promise of my maternal grandfather Harris when we children were living on his farm near Payson, Utah. He gave me the tragic news that my father had died in faraway Denver, Colorado. I ran into the bedroom and knelt beside the bed, crying my heart out. Grandpa followed me and went to his knees beside me and said, I will be your father. That tender promise is a powerful example of what grandparents can do to fill in the gaps when families lose or are missing a member.
I'm trying to think of a time that I've watched President Oaks cry like that. But the good news is he will be with his dad again, and I will be with my mom again. And those are the kinds of wonderful messages we hear during General Conference. Oh yeah, President Oaks also said, what your children want for dinner is time with you. And I said, you hear that, kids? I don't have to make dinner anymore. They didn't like my interpretation of that. I found a lazy crock pot recipe for some kind of chicken chili, and I just happen to have all the ingredients. Well, it smells good, and it looks good. So it probably is good. Making popcorn on the stove for the first time. I was told when 3 of these pop, then I put in the rest. Then he says you take it off the heat and let it sit for 30 seconds. And then put it back on the heat and shake it. Oh my gosh. Lid on. Okay. How long is 30 seconds? This here is my second try. I burned the first batch. I guess I better get used to burnt popcorn because according to that one pastor, no members of my church are going to heaven. It's so cute that he thinks he has a say in that.